Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 320. Addy?
Yes.
So you're here.
Now I just had the idea of putting in the intro to Booker T's theme on the soundboard. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I can in fact dig it. Pink!
Yes!
Can you dig it?
Always!
Naturally. All right. So, Pink, do you still have a YouTube channel?
I do still have a YouTube channel. It is
Holy
quite fun
shit.
to utilize. It's there on occasion even.
Pink's YouTube channel is underutilized. Meanwhile, my main channel.
I thought you said fun to utilize.
I did say fun to utilize, but underutilized works just as well. Now, for the underutilized and fun to utilize YouTube channel that I utilize on occasion, as it is underutilized, I will be having the Payday coming out over the week, as well as Raft coming out over the week. As far as I'm aware, there will be nothing else. Yeah, that should be everything.
All right. Ashy, you mentioned the channel.
Yes. On my main channel, nothing. Wait a week. Come back next week. On the second channel, Kingdom Hearts. Of course. It will never end.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Like, I'm considering using my next break to record fucking channel memories on the GPA just so it actually never ends. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all and me. You know?
Fuck myself especially.
But yeah. So that also on Friday, the final part of the Netflix games that I could record with Margret, I guess, I don't fucking know, it's a French game. Margret and Face the Book. That's the name of the name of a character, of a main character.
Face the book or Face the Book?
Face the. It's written in French, of course, but it's pronounced Face the Book.
I see.
Like D-E, and like the first part of Buku. And in the demo, there was a clarification of like the character of Facebook is in no way associated with Facebook. Are you sure?
Good lord.
I want to note that this is a game where one of the characters is named ChatGPT.
All right.
Sounds like a winner.
So yeah. Well, okay. So it's not ChatGPT. It's ChatGPT because it's French.
Of course.
Oh.
That game. Let me tell you, there was a stark contrast. So I will only go in as far as, like, you know, this sentence, but so the first game that I recorded for the Next Fest video was Dark Detective, a game where you're a detective Mallard, or, well, you know, Mallard-like, I guess, and you know, it's a point-and-click adventure game, and this game is also a detective game where you're a Mallard, and it's a point-and-click adventure game, and there couldn't be a starker contrast in quality between the two.
Oh.
Like, that game looks like, okay, I don't know how to put it because AA games don't exist anymore, and like every indie game kind of looks what you'd consider AA. Well, not every, but most indie games look like what AA games used to look like.
We're now running into a weird place where in the last year, both Baldur's Gate 3 and Helldivers 2 have come out rather small devs and private publishers and just hit like everybody out of fucking nowhere, you know?
Yeah. Because
and that's almost starting to look like, is the new AA replacement just going to be self-published games?
Yeah, like the people who yearn for AA, which I know because I yearned for AA. So my favorite games are AA. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so like that game looks like, you know, people spent a budget on that. Facebook, like, you know, people, like, you know, I can see someone liking it, but it is very much this would have been a Flash game 10 years ago sort of quality. So, like, you know, it has its charm. I'm sure someone out there likes it. Like, like the week that I scheduled that video to come out, I was in film history class, and the film history teacher talked about how there was this movement in French film, in French cinema, where they would just do as many pop culture references as they could. And I was like, oh, so it's a French thing. Because that game, that game opens up with a shot of Mickey Mouse. What did you see? It's not Mickey Mouse. But you see, it's not Mickey Mouse because he doesn't have the gloves. It is Steamboat Willie. Never mind that we colored him to look like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I get it. I don't like it. I think someone out there could like it. Like, I don't, you know, it's not one of those things where, like, I look at it and I can't fathom someone liking this thing. But at the same time, you're getting sued so hard. Like, I'm surprised you haven't been sued already.
Oh boy.
So yeah, anyway, that's it for those games. I might also be releasing a video of there has been a couple of nice glitches in Assassin's Creed Mirage. I keep forgetting what this game is called. I guess to note on that, I got this game for my birthday, as the two of you know, but not the viewers. And honestly, I might just end up doing a review on it soon. Well, quote unquote soon, whatever the fuck soon is anymore. Because
what a strange guy.
Yeah. Because it is like it's a game that was filled by its publisher. That's the best way I can put it. There's so many things here that, like, it would have been a come to Jesus moment if it wasn't sent out to die. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's telling.
It should have been a come to Jesus moment if it wasn't a come to the Reaper moment.
Yeah. Because, like, you know, the devs did a great job with the shitty hand they were dealt with, and it's like I think the best qualifier for its quality that I can summarize, just because the two of you know me, is a lot of times while playing a game, I will start using the Brotherhood control scheme. The game doesn't control like Brotherhood, but I still do. That's how much, like, the level design. People don't talk about level design enough, I guess, because holy shit. So yeah, that's it for my channels. W?
All right. On my channel, it will be a series of alternating days. So, on one day, I believe it will be... Okay, there are 4 games that are coming out. 4 videos that are coming out. Phasmophobia, Payday, Raft, Duty 2K24. There will be 2 videos a day, alternating. And it's gonna, I think, be Phasmophobia and Raft on one day, Payday and Duty on the other. But I think I've probably got that wrong. It might be Payday and Raft on one day, Phasmophobia and WWE on the other day. Either way, it is all this week going to be alternating days of 2 of one, 2 of the other. If that's not clear enough, then go fuck yourself. On the group channel, March 18th, Monday, it is Danganronpa Part 15. My God, how much of that did you guys record?
Only 2 hours, but 2 hours less for 4 months.
Shit, that's efficient.
Yeah. Like, it's one of
There's
those
all
things.
kinds of things I wish I could only do for 2 hours to last me for 4 months.
Like, that's why I told Pink 3 months ago. I think it's running out in May. So yeah, I told Pink a couple of months ago, like, we could, ride it out like we did with the other batch, or we could just record Danganronpa for like another 3 days and then just be done with the game. and then it runs for the next year.
Good lord. The next day, March 19th, Armello Part 12. Wednesday, March 20th, Payday 2 Part 2. Get ready for some more of that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, March 21st, Blood and Bacon Part 12. Friday, the 22nd, Hokuto no Kin. That game, I feel. Someday we need to go back and look at that one. March 23rd, Saturday, Phasmophobia Part 8, whereupon Addy gets sent to the Shadow Realm.
I believe I'm already there as of the latest video.
Oh. Well, you go deeper. You get Shadow Realmed more.
Yeah. You go to Hell
And
Square.
that is the upcoming week. Say hello to all the other victims down there.
Yeah.
Who was it that sent people to Shadow Realm? I can't remember.
All of the evil people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because to get around, like, 4Kids didn't like them saying that they'll kill each other. So they just went, okay, how can we replace this? I'll send you to the Shadow Realm.
Wait, so in the cartoon, after Yugi beats America Man, he just kills him?
Yes.
Like, I have won the card game. Yugi pulls a pistol out and fucking executes him.
I believe in the heart. I believe in the heart of the gun.
Yeah. Yugi beats that little rat-looking dude. Fucking Kawada drivers him onto concrete.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0.
And because they lost the card game, they don't resist.
Yeah. So there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, which is adapted from the first, like, I don't know, 12 or 15 issues of the manga, something like that. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Before Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a card game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was just the stories of Yagi possessing Yumi and getting people into Batsu game, which is punishment games, wherein you do something bad, and you get into a punishment game with the Pharaoh, and if you lose, you fucking die. And
I see.
the series highlights included the time that Yami Yugi drenched a guy in gasoline and set him on fire in a diner.
I
am
see.
perplexed.
And the time that he I think it's implied. I forget how it happened exactly, but I think it's implied that Tristan and Joey were drowned because they bullied Yugi originally. Something like that.
I see.
So yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Kill them all.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's an amusing bug. That's just a set of scissors in Basim's hand for no reason.
Eh?
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, the topic we were thinking today was, what is a game design element or game mechanic that you know is either bad on an objective level or just on a subjective level that most people don't like it, but you like it, and you say, fuck them all, I still want it.
All right. Well then, the immediately obvious answer to me was one that I think both of us might share, which is tank controls. Now there is a caveat here in that I only like tank controls if there's also dedicated like static cameras, because then it's easier to handle. Because if you have a free flowing camera and you have tank controls, fuck you. Like
Yeah.
genuinely, but if you actually set up like proper cinematic shots with the camera where people can see shit, and then you have tank controls, that's completely fine. In fact, I prefer it that way because I don't know about UW, but in my experience, proper 3D movement in static camera games doesn't feel good.
So I fit in an odd space there. If it's fixed camera angles, I actually prefer, well, what they often call 2D movement, which is generally the direction you push the stick in is the direction the character moves relative to the camera, instead of push up to go forward, push left or right to make them turn, push back down to make them go backwards. Which I know is odd because I like a lot of old school fixed camera survival horror games where tank controls were the standard, but most of them also, at least past the year 2000, offered the option to use what they would often call 2D controls, which would be what I did. However, while I found it a pain in the ass to adjust to at first, I grew to really like the tank controls in Resident Evil 4. As part of what I find odd about Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I've never been too really excited to try it, is because Resident Evil 4 Remake switches to a very modern set of controls instead of the old tank controls. Resident Evil 4 the original has very, very awkward controls, but once you get good at it, it feels like you can do a lot with it.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be my pick, though, because I'm not really that set on it.
See,
I'm not offended by Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'll get around to playing it at some point, but...
See, like, I don't mind 2D camera, but once again, I've had...
Well, it does lead...
Yes.
I will say real quick, Devil May Cry 1 having the quote-unquote 2D controls set to default. There are a good couple times where I would enter a room, the camera changes, and I screw up and cause Dante to go backwards back into the room he just entered from.
Yeah.
So he does the old Grandpa Simpson walking into the front door and he sees Bart and go, oh, and walks back out.
Yeah. I guess my thing is that just like 2D cameras in the more modern stuff that I've seen it in, because the static camera games are rare. It's a stylistic choice at this point.
Yeah,
and the modern games that I've tried that had static cameras tend to have 2D controls, but bad ones. So
yeah.
At that point, I'm like, man, you know what would be good? 10 controls. Literally any more control than this. so I don't just keep doing the Grandpa Simpson bit on every screen. And then most likely the enemies respawn as well when you leave a screen, which just really ups the enjoyment. So yeah, that's basically my thing with that. The other one, I guess, off the top of my head immediately, which of course springs to mind because I am playing the Come to Reaper game of that. But the old parkour controls from Assassin's Creed. It's one of those.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that. In my head, it went off like, if A doesn't mention old school Assassin's Creed parkour, I should mention it to him, because that's another good pick for him.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the constants of the universe. Fucking war is wet, Terry Funk retires, Eddie bitches about Assassin's Creed controls changing. Just add it to the list. But yeah, in a similar way to your point about the tank controls in Resident Evil 4, there was just more to do. That's it. It felt better to control to me because it felt like I had more control. That's it.
Yeah.
And not to keep talking about Mirage, but Mirage is the newest game in the series.
It is. That's correct.
And Mirage, they tried to do a send up to those old games, and they weren't allowed to. But also they did the best with what they could. So they took the stinky, non-existent parkour of the RPG style of games, and they went, okay, well, we can't rework all of this because we literally have no budget, probably. I would wager. But
where'd it go?
yeah,
It's just gone.
up Eve Guillermo's nose, probably.
Or into his fucking hush fund.
Yeah. But so they did the next best thing that they could. They went, okay, we're gonna put handholds back into the game. We're actually gonna, like, make it so you have to think about climbing shit. Immediate improvement. I have enjoyed scaling things in this game. And then they just also made it so it's a bit more it's a slight bit more responsive. It's not as animation focused, I guess. Like, it is still very much animation focused, which, as you know, I'm kind of against, because it looking pretty doesn't, like, I don't care about it looking pretty. I want it to feel good, and then it can look pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they changed a bit with how you interact with the environment. So you have to think about the handholds. You can't just hold down forward and X and then just climb anything and jump anything and whatever. No, you have to actually think about how you move. You have to actually, like, do you actually have to think about how the parkour mechanic functions? And it's mind blowing, because it makes the game a lot of fun. Like, whatchamacallit, like, team that up with the fact that they actually decided to go, okay, not only is parkour actually back in the series in any form whatsoever, but also let's just make it so the city is designed around parkour again. And it's good.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Holy fucking shit.
So yeah. And then I guess, I'm trying to think of any others that I could say others would think bad, or is just objectively bad, that I still enjoy. In game design, at least.
Or at the very least, unpopular.
Yeah.
Unpopular.
I mean, I feel like another, whatchamacallit, another, like, like low-hanging fruit fix is just Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts is, like, depending on which part of the internet you are, Kingdom Hearts is either the worst or the best. No in-betweens. But no,
I think there's some parts of the internet where they'll say that Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are classics, and then the rest are confusing. I would say that's a pretty generalist, I'm not that into the Kingdom Hearts series take.
yeah.
Then there's people who've never touched Kingdom Hearts and say Kingdom Hearts is dog shit, and there's people who've played all the Kingdom Hearts and say all of Kingdom Hearts is amazing. But in between, I do think there's a fair amount of people out there like me who are like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are great. There's probably something to the other Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not gonna look at it.
Yeah. I mean,
it is like the Eldritch Horror. I will not look.
But if you peep the horror, you will gain enjoyment of the life of someone else. But yeah, I guess the thing with the people like you is that that I don't see a lot of discussions where it ends like that. It either ends in Kingdom Hearts is good, all of Kingdom Hearts is good, which is untrue, or Kingdom Hearts is bad and yeah, that's honestly what it comes down to. It's just all of Kingdom Hearts is bad, which is also untrue. Like any other series, there's good games and there's bad games.
It's going to, when you get into like actual discussions like that, it's going to kind of things to like, well, capability to handle the licenses, faithfully. Kingdom Hearts is pretty good at that. Gameplay. Kingdom Hearts is really good gameplay. When you get into plot, then that's where the disagreements start to come, and the points start to switch between like, well, Organization 13 member number 6, has a really interesting character arc, which, probably true for a good couple of those guys. And then the other side is like,
yeah,
this series is really hard to approach, and it's, this is very silly or this is very nonsense. And then, of course, you've got the Ted people who are just flatly are of the opinion that all crossovers are bad by nature of being crossovers.
Except the ones he likes, of course. But yeah,
well, naturally. I mean, every now and then, if Soon brings up multiverses, Ted's response, like, Ted just drops all subtlety and will tell Soon to die. So there you go. Man, I gotta say, I'm actually really hyped for multiverses coming back. I've been feeling the itch to play Superman or Bugs Bunny.
I love that sentence.
I know.
To play Superman or Bugs Bunny.
I mean, yeah, that's multiverse, right? And Mike more or less having kind of the same reaction as Ted, not so vehemently go fucking die, but like he's asking, like, so Alex, you like playing this? And yeah, the gameplay feels very good. You like these characters that don't belong together are sitting together in the same game? Like, yeah, I'm not expecting fucking Shakespeare out of it.
To go back to your earlier statement, just for the sake of a sentence about the random, like, Organization 13 member, immediately my mind sprung to Lexus, who has maybe a line of dialogue in the entire series.
Maybe. Oh yeah, there's those guys too.
And I have seen people try to spin him into being his grand character. The guy has no character. He's barely a character.
This sounds like Kingdom Hearts fans.
Yeah.
Also, Sora Riku banging.
That depends on where you are. Like, which side you're on. Tumblr, definitely. Anywhere else, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, some of those make me roll my eyes. Every time I see Street Fighter fans say that Luke and Jamie are banging, I laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
That one's just the best to me. The idea that Luke and Jamie bumped into each other on the street, presumably fight, and then somehow turned that into fucking.
It's fuck fighting. Fight fucking.
Yeah.
It's the most classic thing to do. But yeah, with multiverses, okay. So I got a couple of Nintendo games recently, including Brawl. I turned on Brawl.
Ooh.
I went, okay.
Don't run.
Yeah.
Don't wave dash either.
Here's the thing. Before you even brought up Brawl, I was going to jokingly say for my answer that the best game mechanic that nobody else likes is tripping in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah. Could you imagine that being anyone's answer? Like, that is 100% just Sakurai saying, fuck you, don't wave dash. But, like, I don't think there's anyone who, like, even if you didn't like wave dash, your answer would not be, I love tripping. Your answer would be, I just want them to get rid of wave dashing.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, I got Brawl. I went, okay, I'm gonna go into training mode and then just figure out shit. I used to play Falco. I used to play Captain Falcon. Not Falco, fucking Fox, whatever. I used to play Captain Falco. You know,
yeah.
The unholy merge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. I screw up Captain Falcon's name all the time by calling him Captain Falco as well.
But yeah, so I did like a couple of moves to test it out. I just realized that, once again, I have realized that I just don't like platform fighters.
Yeah.
Like, I got Digimon Rumble Arena after that, and I have yet to play it since. So I'm gonna have to give that another look. No, wait, actually, I think I went into training mode just to figure out the controls, and it had controls for certain. So,
Digimon Rumble... do we all own Rivals of Aether?
No, I don't.
Ooh, come the next big sale... we need to work on that, because we need to get the Obama versus German money fight.
Yeah. But yeah, the fucking Digimon Rumble Arena's controls are the following. You have normal, You have block. You have 2 special buttons. No tilts. So
Interesting.
Well then.
yeah. Now I'm gonna have to get deeper into it to realize, like, to try to remind myself why I loved it so much. I mean, I played like maybe half a match and I went, hey, I can see footsies. So maybe that. Because it was also around the time that I played a lot of Sam Show 5, which is also footsies.
Footsie's on a platform fighter. Is that not Marth's thing? I think.
It kind of is. I don't really know that there's a legit footsies type character in any of the Smash Brothers games. Marth comes close in Melee, but aside from that...
Yeah, because a lot of the characters in Smash tend to either be runaway or get right in your face immediately.
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, Fox can do a bit of the range nonsense, but it's really just to pester you before he gets in.
Yeah, like...
And then there's Meta Knight, who gets the health advantage and then flies under the stage for the rest of the match.
But yeah, I immediately noticed that the reason that the major thing that I dislike about Smash and platform fighters in general, I guess, and most of the ones that I've played, is just like not even the control scheme, but it is pertaining to it, movement. W already knows.
Do I?
I hate moving with the analog stick. Fighting games should not be controlled with the analog stick. It is unnatural.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Multiverses allows you to use the D-pad, so I use the D-pad.
So did I, but Multiverses had the other problem where like none of the characters actually fit how I play.
Yeah. They're gonna. I think they've said that with the relaunch they're going to bring in a few more characters, but yeah, I definitely get that because Multiverses is not a game. Multiverses has some specialized ass characters. And it's like if you do not specifically really love this playstyle, you're not going to like it.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like I love Bugs Bunny in that game. Bugs Bunny is the stupid bullshit character, and if you don't like a character as stupid bullshit, you will not like Bugs. Like, Bugs is for the same person who likes Faust. Yeah. And who's the stupid goo man from Blaze Blue?
Arakune.
Who's some other stupid bullshit characters?
KOF
has a stupid bullshit character, doesn't it?
I don't,
even though he's perfectly reasonable, Lucky Glauber feels like a stupid bullshit character. Not that I get to play him that often. I miss the sports team so bad.
The KOF 16. Wait, are we on 16 already? I think it's 15, right?
Yeah, 15's coming to a close here. I want to say it's coming to a close on a very good end here. Everybody's saying it just took 14 and made it better, which I agree from the limited stints I've played it. Which is good, because 14 was also good. So hopefully 16 keeps the streak going.
But yeah, the KOF 16 teaser poster is just gonna be the American sports team, like, hanged.
Okay. Now, I get the joke you're going for, but it is worth noting that 2/3 of the American sports team is black.
True.
Okay, biggest racist on the KOF roster.
Probably
It's probably Ryuji, isn't it?
Ryuji.
Rugal.
Yeah.
Rugal's an asshole. That is true.
Like Rugal strikes me as like the he has so much money that he like he has so much money that he has just enabled maximum racism. Is the best way I can put it.
That's one of the cyborg implants he got, the maximum racisminator.
Yeah. Like the thing with
Rugal's assumed to be Jewish because of his last name. I would assume the maximum racisminator would be made for, like, a generic Anglo-Saxon or German white dude. How would it work putting a Jewish dude? Is Rugal anti-Semitic against himself?
Sure, I guess.
Sure, all right, there we go. Canon.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, none of the other characters strike me as particularly racist. Like, Geese is a weeb, which doesn't mean that he can't be racist. But I want I want him to not be.
Billy Kane in a British way, maybe.
I guess. Like, that's the thing. Like, if we count them like if we I guess it depends. How racist are we talking? Racist against everyone, or racist against a specific race? Because Billy Kane is probably racist against like Indian people,
the Polish,
or the Polish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to step out for just a moment here.
Like, Rugal is probably not Rugal. Fucking hell, Geese is probably racist towards, I don't know. Honestly, anyone who's poor.
Southerners.
Yeah, actually, yes. Rugal is specifically racist against Western Japanese people. Like those people who wear fucking cowboy hats.
Oh boy. Which Terry is half Japanese, isn't he?
I don't know.
Every white video game protagonist from Japan is half Japanese. Fucking Snake is half Japanese.
Oh.
Which, in fairness, I mean, Snake initially started off looking Mel Gibson, but the longer he went on, the more he kind of started to send at least some degree of vibes of Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves is part Asian, so that guy can definitely buy a part of that.
Yeah. I don't know why, but Blueberry gives me the vibe that she'd be racist, but not understand it.
Yeah.
Like, she's just southern. She's just southern. She thinks it's fine, but it's not.
Who's the idol girl with the weird eyeball stuck to her head?
Sylvie Paula.
Yeah, Sylvie Paula. There you go.
She has the maximum racism in her.
The eyeballs shoot it out.
Yeah.
Somehow now I can see Kula Diamond having innocently racist scenes with K-Dash.
Yeah.
Like, she's just going, K-Dash, why are you black? And Maxima just bucks in with, you can't just ask that, Kula. What the fuck?
K-Dash dies. Like K-Dash is either super embarrassed or he just starts woolly laughing.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
K9999. He's based off a good old.
Yeah, he's racist
Tetsuo,
against humanity.
Yeah, he's based off of good old Tetsuo, and Tetsuo was a shitter in Akira. I don't remember him specifically being racist, but he was a fucking punk. Chris.
Yeah. No additional context, Chris.
Yashiro's cool, and Shermie doesn't see race, literally. But Chris is super racist.
Shermie doesn't see. Just stop the sentence at dead. She's blind.
Shermie's standing there. What do you mean K-Dash is black?
Yeah. They keep telling Shermie to just swipe her hair to the side to see. She refuses.
When she swipes her hair to the side, more hair just comes in to cover up her eyes.
Yeah. I feel like Shingo would be one of those people who tries really hard to be an ally, and then just it just circles back around.
Yeah.
They did, after all, teach him wrong on purpose.
Daimon's like not hatefully racist, but ignorantly racist.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been too long since I've played Daimon. Shit. It's been too long since I played KOF.
Oh, I'm forgetting the name of the guy, Xanadu. Xanadu
Oh, good lord.
Xanadu was the leader of the prison Nazi group. Have you looked at him?
What? It's the fact that he's his ethnicity is difficult to identify, but he's certainly not white.
When has that stopped people?
Xanadu is racist against the people from the fifth dimension.
Yeah, but only them.
Like, Xanadu was going on fucking full-blown Alex Jones rants without the marijuana. But, like, you know when Alex Jones gets high and he goes real fucking crazy? Xanadu's doing that while he's perfectly fucking sober.
I mean, that's assuming that Xanadu has ever been sober.
That's true. I remember there was, in the TF2 comics, Demo Man had to go sober for a while, and it starts to cause his body to shut down, because his body is like, no, we need liquor. We've been consuming nothing but liquor for decades now. We need liquor. His liver rebuilds itself. Rather than purifying liquor, or rather processing liquor, his liver now just produces liquor to fuel the rest of his organs. Xanadu was born like that.
Yeah. But with fucking methamphetamines instead of liquor. His liver produces methamphetamines from whatever he ingests.
Oh. And oh shit, what's the convict duo? Kim's dipshits.
Choi and Chang.
Chang and Choi. Yeah, old Chang and Choi are now just following more out of fear than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, you know that Hal Maru is super ignorant just because he's fucking ripped from the 1500s. He, like Kadash is the second black person he's seen his entire life.
Okay. Yes, but also fucking Ruru. Now here's the thing. Japanese people today, rural Japanese people today, they're going to hiding if they see a white person. What the fuck does a child from the 1500s do?
Nakaruru, as much as I dislike her, she at least seems innocent and naturally enough that she would be like, oh, humanity, blah, 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 and then she flies away on her stupid bird.
Yeah, maybe.
What?
Yeah?
Well, if Hal Maru's teaming up with old Darlie Dagger, then he probably wouldn't be that impressed, come to think of it.
Yeah.
Because in 15, he's teamed up with Darlie. My God, that is incredible how they just... For several years in a row, we were getting every fighting game adding Wooly for some reason.
Yeah.
And like, you know...
And now he's in Dragon's Dogma.
Leroy... Yeah, he's actually in Dragon's Dogma as just Wooly.
I know.
That's crazy. What fucking timeline we're living in, man.
Yeah.
And there's something cosmically funny about Pat obviously being the one who would want to be in Dragon's Dogma. But between Wooly and Pat, one of them has more of a tendency to say offensive shit. And cause trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Good lord. Oh, man. You know what? I better, well, Pink may be out for a good long while. He seems like he is a lot more indisposed than he was saying. What do you bet his family just abruptly walked in?
Perhaps.
Boy, ain't that the comical shit when you move out, but you're close with family, so they're coming in every day, right?
I guess. I don't know. I never moved out.
Yeah. The funny thing, like I mentioned this in passing to my folks that Pink's family keeps walking in now he's moved out, and my family was saying like, well, shit, like, oh, walking in on a single young guy living alone, that's kind of risky when you think about it. You don't know what's going on in there. Anyways. So, I guess I could go ahead and hit my my choice.
Yeah.
Well, Pink's not here, and either Pink gets here in the meantime, or he doesn't. And we may just have to go ahead and call this a podcast because we who knows when he'll actually get back. So, the mechanic I have as a choice, there he is.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. So, my pick for the unpopular mechanic that nonetheless I'm still a big fan of. So, excuse me. It's a Total War classic that you'll have, you'll have castles. They're big, big cities. They're in castles, and there'll be proper sieges where you got to break down the walls. But then there'll be some towns that just either don't have a wall or it'll be just a shitty little wooden palisade that can be knocked over by a couple of guys with sticks. That's kind of a classic thing. And then, if you meet an army out in the field, you fight in the field, on a hill, in a forest, in a plain field, wherever you are. Well, Total War Warhammer, when it came out, was kind of rushed in some ways. Partly because they needed some good reputation after Rome 2, which was a bad enough clusterfuck that I think you guys heard about it back in 2013.
More or less.
So they needed some good reputation. So they kind of rushed Warhammer 1 out, and Warhammer 2, filled in a lot of the gaps. But there was a particular issue where they didn't make new. Well, for one thing, the regular walled city siege maps sucked because they're really tiny. You pretty well weren't fighting a siege. You're fighting over the wall, and once you won the wall, there you go, it's done.
Yeah.
And there just weren't little village maps. There were no unwalled city maps. And so people got used to when you would attack a city that did not have walls on the campaign map, it would just take you into a field battle. You just go out and fight in a grassy field for some reason. The defenders of the village would come out of the village to fight you in the grassy field. No matter how tactically stupid that would be. I always found that a little bit annoying. But nonetheless, that was in the game because the devs just didn't have the time. Crevice only just didn't have the time to make some minor settlement maps. Come Warhammer 3, one of the many big innovations Warhammer 3 brings is, well, not innovations, but one of the big renovations, I guess, is, hey, we got some minor settlement maps. You can now fight in villages. Now, the issue is that a lot of people that play Total War Warhammer do not understand how to play Total War Warhammer and do not understand how to get the opponent into a bad spot where you can fight them where you want them, which is generally away from the cities and the villages, because generally Sun Tzu had a point when he said, avoid sieges at all fucking costs whatsoever. Do not fucking siege. Good lord.
That's verbatim a quote from Sun Tzu.
Yeah. So a lot of people, well, no, most of the people got really upset when they added the minor settlement maps, even though the minor settlement maps are really fucking cool, because it meant that when you attacked an unwalled city, you didn't get a battle out in the field. And they didn't understand, because they're fucking stupid and don't know how to play the game, they didn't understand how to get the army to leave the city, to leave the settlement, and fight them in the field. So they bitched endlessly for like the first year after release, and Creative Assembly sadly made a change to make it where up until an unwalled city gets upgraded, it's a field battle up until the very end. Once you get its defenses maximum upgrade, then it turns into a village, minor settlement battle. And I hate that because it's fighting out. Why are we fighting in a field? It's stupid. You're in a city. You stay in the city. You fight. We attack the city, not the field outside. The fuck? Fucking stupid people. Anyways, so there's my pick, Pinkerton.
All right. Good question. There are a couple of things that a lot of people didn't like from back in the day that spring to mind. Most obviously, favorite of mine, Super Mario Sunshine. A lot of people hated the flood mechanics. They did not like that at all. They were not fond of it. They thought it was janky. They didn't know how to properly use it. But that's one of my favorite games of all time. And I thought it all controlled very well. So, far and away, that has to be at the top of my list of quote-unquote hated game designs that I personally love very much. Another one from the GameCube era is Mario Kart Double Dash. Now, a lot of people love 64. Don't get me wrong, that's an alright game. But Double Dash introduced the unique special items, and a lot of people were mad because a lot of those unique items were just taken from 64 and made exclusive to certain characters. But I like that a lot better than what we had then or now, where nobody feels unique. It's just a skin. Yeah, it's just you pick a weight class. If it happens to be your favorite character, so be it. But back in the day with Double Dash, if you picked Yoshi, like you got a heat-seeking egg. That was amazing. Bring it back.
I remember when I used to play Mario Kart 8 with the family quite a bit, and my sister one day just abruptly comes in and specifically picks Wario, this kart model, this wheel model, this kite model. And I was just like, huh? Like, why are you being so specific? So, hey, you guys want to guess what the fucking Mario Kart 8 meta was up until they added the DLC characters?
Final station, no items, Fox only.
Yeah, she also insists on turning off the items. And every time I'm like, well, no, the items are fun.
Right. Items are half the reason we play Mario Kart. If you turn off the items, it's just another stupid racing game. Nobody likes racing games. No. I won't stand for it.
It's madness every time. Because we would alternate, every other day, in Mario Kart or Smash. And every time it was an argument. Because in Mario Kart, I'd say turn on the items. The items are fun. But in Smash, we'd argue the reverse. I'd be like, turn off the fucking items. I don't want somebody who's winning to suddenly get fucking nuked by goddamn Guile got summoned, and now he's flash kicking anyone in the vicinity. Well, conversely, she's like, no, turn on the items. The items are hilarious. I don't know. See, the funny thing with Smash is I feel inclined to turn off all the items except the assist trophy and the Pokeball, right?
That's where the real chaos starts.
Well, not only because, the chaos I don't appreciate, but to me, a lot of the fun is just, a lot of what's cool about Smash is the sheer quantity of assist characters and Pokemon you can summon.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're missing out on a lot of the content by ignoring them. Like, I don't care if I'm missing out on the little stupid laser pip gun that shoots out the little laser pips. The little laser cannon that gives everyone access to a little bit of the Fox laser pistol. Who cares? Or the fucking Mario hammer, which just becomes for a little bit, fuck everybody else, I get to kill you free. But the assist trophy, and some of the assist trophies, they can be dealt with, right? Like, Guile, like I said, Guile's a problem, because Guile's pretty well just turning off that entire section of the screen. Fuck you, you get in this area, he flash kicks your ass into heaven. But, like, the weird Speedo Dracula that causes the screen to move, or the old Sim City dude that makes a city take up half the screen. Especially Nintendogs.
I like the sentence Speedo Dracula.
Oh, yeah, it's just Speedo Dracula, and he makes the screen move. That's just what he does.
He's great. Don't question it.
He's probably my favorite assist trophy. And it's just I know everybody else hates Nintendogs and considers Nintendogs good enough reason to turn off the assist trophy. But there you go. That's another pick. I love Nintendogs every time. I don't know. I think I'm pretty comfortable just like being able to play blind. But I also just love the puppy attacking the screen.
Yeah.
Like, it's the equivalent. Addy, it's the Smash Brothers equivalent of that fucking what's the cat from Under Night, or not Under Night, Melty Blood?
Neko Arc?
It's the equivalent of the Nico Arc Super, where she covers everything in the live streaming bullshit.
Oh, I know, I've seen Nintendogs.
Oh, it's great, I love it. Oh, yeah. I also love the Animal Crossing taxi guy that just abducts somebody.
Realm of Cop Car.
Right, yeah, the Velvet Cop car that they had to change.
Yeah, because too many people use it on LeBron.
Forgot about that.
And like, Velva's not very good.
You know, if we edited the podcast, this is when I would put evil LeBron on screen.
Oh shit! Oh man, I forgot how much I love playing LeBron. I don't know why, but I just always love basketball characters in fighting games. I don't know. Part of the appeal to playing LeBron was just because if you did that move and he didn't have the ball, he would do the fucking exasperated LeBron face of.
Yeah.
LeBron holding out his eye, looking at his hands and having a look on his face like, "Are you fucking serious?" That's one of the best reaction pictures ever. That's just so perfectly the reaction for when you're trying to cooperate with somebody and they just fuck you over. And it's like, fucking why?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Boy, Multiversus kind of does lack a very aggressive, angry, in-your-face rushdown character, doesn't it? Like, it has Finn from Adventure Time, but he's kind of weird with his whole backpack and shopping mechanics.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, Multiversus doesn't have a whole lot of really super aggro fuck you characters. They need to get on that, I guess. Because that's an odd... Rushdown is an odd archetype to skip over.
No, it's like when games don't have zoners or grab characters. People hate fighting Rushdown characters, so we just remove them.
Was Harley Quinn a character, or was she one of those awkward, like, vertical players?
Arya, yeah, I never messed around with Arya because Arya has the whole move thief shit. Because, like, she's the Kirby of the game, which is bizarre because it's Arya from Game of Thrones. Like, I guess because the face stealing, but like, it's the character from the most realistic. It's the most realistic character out of the entire cast. Why does she get the Kirby move thief?
She eats people. She sets them up and then doesn't chew on them.
So that's actually, she doesn't eat people, but there is a part in Game of Thrones where she makes somebody else eat somebody else.
I mean, that's just that's just like medieval Europe stuff. Honestly, I was researching cannibalism for someone, as you know, as you do.
Yeah.
And one of the cases of cannibalism they cited was one of the guys that several streets are named after over here. It was like, oh yeah, when he tried to become king, the current king, who I forget who it was. Yeah, when they stopped him from becoming king, he just tied him down, and then the members he had like members of the insurgency come in, and he braided or whatever, he branded him with an iron, and then he had the insurgency members eat him alive. The bosses were branded. That's just a thing that happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Which this was like also the same, like this was it wasn't the same time, but it was, you know, it wasn't that far off from the time that the king decreed that if you don't go to church, then you should have like zinc poured in your eye holes. So you know, oh no, it wasn't even zinc. It was molten silver, something like that. Swell guy.
Oh, wait.
Sounds
Hang
rough.
on.
Yeah.
I just now remembered. So Arya, if memory serves, so in the show, Arya gets back at the guy that killed her brother by serving him a pie that has discreetly got the guy's son in it. And I just now remembered one of Arya's special mechanics in multiverses is when she gets a kill, the kill makes a pie that can then be eaten by her or her teammate for health. So yes, Arya apparently is just eating her opponent. Oh my god. I get why they did it, but come to think of it, that's kind of a vast misinterpretation of that scene. Game of Thrones would have been different if Arya comes back to Westeros. She just starts eating motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Don't worry, John. I've got the Ice King. He'll be delicious. Oh, Jesus. Have we considered simply eating the White Walkers? We got a famine going on at the same time, guys. I'm just saying, 2 birds, 1 stone.
You see, the
Actually,
problem
yeah,
is,
that would have been genius.
you see, the problem is that the people of Westeros are spoiled and they won't eat frozen food.
Yeah. It's like ice cream. Oh, Jesus. All right, well. Oh, shit. There's a kitty cat that has stolen my seat.
That was rude.
She is now curious about the noises that this computer is making. So, unless anyone's got anything else in particular to say, I'd say we're probably good to wrap up and move on to Payday if you guys will have it. Huh?
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, bye.
So, Addy? Oh, all right. There you go.
World record.